Hello. I just wanted to kind of do a little bit of a brief weekly overview again. So we're getting ready to start week 5, and I really appreciate the topic for this week. As you look at public speaking, I'm not going to talk too much about this, just because in the selecting a topic and purpose and analyzing the audience conversation, I kind of mentioned it. But as you look at public speaking, historically and generally, public speaking has been thought of as just having its crux as audience-centeredness. And so one of the things that we have to understand is that there are certain principles and certain distinctions that can kind of change depending on our audience and on our setting and on our context. The fancy quote-unquote name for that is just the rhetorical situation. Who are you engaging with? How and why? And a lot of times that audience and that message will be driven by who you're presenting to. So just remember that. I do believe that this is of the utmost importance, and I want you, in our context, it's not necessarily that big of a deal because you're dealing with people that are extremely similar to you. You all go to Bellarmine. You all currently live in Kentucky. You probably all come from similar lifestyles, maybe, and so you're dealing with an audience that is pretty similar. A lot of times when you speak, once you graduate from college, you're going to be speaking to audiences that are all across the map and very different. So you just kind of remember that you need to do a thorough audience analysis before you start giving your speech. Reading for this week, chapters 5 and 6. You do not have a quiz this week. You do have another McGraw-Hill video. From what I've heard, it's about 50% who say that you've at least somewhat thought those have been helpful. The other 50% say, just remember, you do not necessarily have to view those. Those are just kind of an additional resource just in case. And then, obviously, you have 2 of my conversations with you just about this particular topic. So I did want to go ahead and bring that about and kind of show you exactly what was happening for this week. Just a reminder, I'm going to mention this in my next video. I want to talk about the demonstration speech specifically. But as you look at this, if we go back up to the top of Moodle, and remember, Moodle is very linear, right? So we have kind of at the beginning, before week 1, we have a ton of additional resources. If you go to the persuasive speech outline example, I would encourage you to utilize that. And then also there are some different, like on week 2, the preparation outline example. A couple of you got a couple points off on your outlines for your intro speeches. And the reason for that is because either you didn't write out your intro and your conclusion fully, or maybe you didn't have transitions, or maybe you didn't have complete full sentences. If it would be helpful, when we meet together to do demonstration speeches, you can actually ask me some questions about outlines, and we can do an actual in-class workshop. But I would encourage you just to go ahead and look at those examples that I've given you and follow those to a T, and that will help. So if you have any questions, obviously feel free to ask me, but if not, enjoy week 5 and think through how can I take a message and craft it specifically for a particular audience. All right, my friends, enjoy the week, and as always, let me know if you need anything, okay? I'm here to help.